6:47. This picture is causing an uproar among Republicans who claim this Instagram post by James Comey, the former director of the FBI, was a threat against President Donald Trump. Let's bring in Wink News anchor Emma Heaton. Emma, what do we know?
Amanda, the Secret Service confirms awareness of this post, but has not commented further on protective intelligence matters. And we know that 86 is a term restaurants often use. It refers to getting rid of something. And 47, President Trump is the 47th president. Here's a couple of the posts that we've seen in response to this. Donald Trump Jr. posting to X saying, "Just James Comey casually calling for my dad to be murdered. This is who the Dem media worships, demented," end quote. And Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said on X Thursday, DHS and the Secret Service are investigating an alleged threat made against Trump by Comey. In a post online, current FBI Director Kash Patel wrote he is aware of Comey's post and would provide support to the Secret Service. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much. Meantime, let's bring in Wink security analyst Rich Kolko. So, Rich, is this the kind of thing that the FBI would investigate?
Well, we know presidential security actually falls to the Secret Service, but when you talk about threats, those do roll over to the FBI. I checked on the statistics. The 1-800 call FBI, where people can call in threats, they received 1.4 million calls last year. You know, it's 4,000 calls a day. So a supervisor on a squad has to make that assessment of how much they're going to expend to investigate all these different threats. And you can, as you become more experienced, more professional, you know exactly what you can and can't do or should and shouldn't do. There's certainly a set of rules to follow. But in this case, politics can take over, and once the Secretary of Homeland Security or the Director of the FBI says carry out an investigation, we'll have to see where it actually goes.
Yeah, could it inspire anyone else to take action?
Always a concern, whether bomb threats, school shootings, anything like that. Law enforcement always is concerned about copycats. So with these posts, and we see the social media, we see the anger in the social media, it is just untenable at this point. People are taking all this so personally, regardless of which side of the fence you're on. And so there's always a concern about copycats. President Trump, before he was elected, certainly had those threats against his life or the actual attempted assassinations. So that concern is up there, and Secret Service has their hands full all the time making sure he's safe.
All right, we'll see where this goes. Thank you so much, Rich.